Here at Kintai, within the Nishimura Museum, lie some of the most cherished and rare displays of a Japanese art that, over the period of approximately 350 years, is now being threatened with becoming extinct. Ukiyoe. It was during the 18th century, when the Western world was studying the art of Greece and Rome, that the Japanese art of ukiyo-e was passing from the aristocratic society down to the common class. The acceptance to allow commoners to practice this art in theory was designed to allow them to become more democratic. It wasn't until the 19th century that Western Impressionist painters and modernists acknowledged an in-depthness to the ukiyo-e art. The large flat areas of color, decorative flowing lines, and rapidly rising perspective found in the prints soon were being used by Impressionists throughout the globe, to include Vincent van Gogh. Mr. Tokichi Sakai, the director of the Japan Ukiyo-e Museum located in Tokyo, a fifth-generation supporter of the art and also whose family possesses more than 100,000 prints, describes how the discovery of ukiyo-e by the West had its effect on the art itself.
Japan was pretty much an isolated country. This began to change as a result of trading done by the Silk Lords, and the European culture started to be reflected in the prints. After studying the art for 35 years, I have been able to see the changes in the ancient prints compared with those of today.
Mr. Sakai also noted that one of the main reasons the art is dying out is the Japanese government's lack of financial support for the artisans during their 5 to 10-year apprenticeship. With spectators looking on, Mr. Kenzo Yamaguchi, the ukiyo-e artist demonstrating the craft at the Nishimura Museum, later mentioned that in over 40 years as a printmaker, the only satisfaction he needs is if he can achieve one print in 1 month, then he is happy. It's this dedication to the art, coupled with the extensive training, to include special training such as mastering the lotus position of sitting, which they remain in for hours at a time, and the craft of making your own tools, that has discouraged so many young people from continuing the art. The printmaking process involves not just the printer, but also the artist who draws the print design onto a thin sheet of paper, the carver who works the design out of hard cherry wood with handmade tools, and finally the printer, who is responsible for bringing all of this together and adding the necessary dyes and colors to bring the print to life. Mr. Sakai also noted that in the making of one print requires it to be passed by the printer's hand about 100 times, and this attention to detail provides the depth, color, and quality that was always intended to celebrate the floating or transient day-to-day world of Japan. For FEN News, I'm Marine Corporal Rick Jones.